Right now we're in Manhattan's Upper East Side, and it is absolutely gorgeous where I'm standing because I'm in Central Park. But the apartment that we're gonna see, it's not on the east side of Central Park, it's on the west side. So that means we get to walk through New York City's most gorgeous outdoor attraction so that you can see what it would be like to live right next door. If you're looking for an underrated neighborhood, this is it. It's so quiet here, it's so charming. All of these beautiful buildings that you see are all of the pre-war type, and the exterior look gorgeous, and it's just got this really classic New York vibe right next to Central Park. Yes, we're in the 100s, but if you were to live up here in this area, you'd have access to parts of Central Park that most people don't even know about or get to experience. Geez, this one's being renovated. Well, this will be a nice apartment to look at some point in the future, but that's okay. There's another place right down the street we're gonna look at instead, and this next one I'm actually a little bit more excited about. I was gonna do a separate tour on it later, but hey, we might as well just do it now. Hey buddy, get out of here. I gotta get in. Come on, man. Come on, neighbor. Oh, geez, what is with some people? Social distancing, my gosh. This one's being renovated too, but it's much further along than the other place. The only thing that I gotta do is move that door off. Just gonna hang some stuff up here. All right, where were we? I've moved some things around so we can do the tour, and the reason that we're doing it anyways is because this is one of the coolest two-bedroom apartments that you're ever gonna see. After you walk in through that front door, you're in the kitchen. Now, we already know that the kitchen has the stairs which lead to the roof deck, and one bedroom is all the way on this side of the kitchen, and the other bedroom is right here beyond these beautiful glass doors, which let in tons of light and really help fill up this apartment. The common space in this apartment is a little bit limited, but you do have the roof terrace upstairs, which we'll look at in a little bit. And the only downside about that is the kitchen here is a little on the small side, and there's not really room for a huge couch. I think you'd be able to put a kitchen table in this area here, kind of sticking out past the fridge, or possibly in this area here. Because this space is a little bit on the smaller side, you're gonna have to get creative. But either way, everything in here is nice. It's got a dishwasher, a microwave, a wine cooler, big refrigerator, and plenty of cabinet space. The finishes here are really nice, and I think that the price on this is appropriate given just how expensive the renovation work that's being done here actually is, and the fact that you have the roof terrace. But again, that's something that you and your roommate would have to decide if it's worth it enough to have a smaller common space like what we have here. All right, well, I've kind of been dreading going up here because this staircase looks a little ominous. Wish me luck. It seems pretty sturdy. Well, it's not so bad, it's sturdy. It's just really narrow and it turns a lot. It's a long way down. This is a wraparound view of Central Park West. This is gorgeous. It's not the world's biggest roof deck either, but man, this view is awesome, and it is so quiet here. There's very little street noise. I'm impressed. This is fantastic. There's definitely enough room up here for a table and some chairs, and you could really hang out and relax up here in a way that's just not really possible in apartments that don't have this feature. And really, this is the big reason that there are trade-offs in other areas of this apartment, excluding the finishes. The finishes are nice, but this roof deck is why the apartment doesn't necessarily have the biggest common area, because they had to put in room for the staircase. And this is why it's a little bit more expensive than something that you'd pay for that might just have the downstairs area and that's it. But I think the right way to look at this apartment isn't just to look at one feature of it. I think you have to look at the whole thing as a package. Yes, overall, it's a little bit small, but it's right next to Central Park, and you're gonna spend a lot of time there if you rent this apartment. It does have its own private outdoor space where you can relax, and all of the finishes in the apartment itself are very nice. If you don't have tons of furniture and you wanna live in a really cool neighborhood, this might be the right place for you. All right, whoa. All right, so let's check out the first bedroom that you see when you come in. Now, this bedroom is magnificent. It gets so much sunlight. It's got beautiful exposed brick, and it's got a massive closet, which has shelving built into one side and has closet bars and overhead storage on the other side. It's really nice because these shelves are really deep, and you can hang things on the top level here, and you can also hang things on the bottom here. So this room has plenty of storage. It's bright, it fits a queen size bed, and it's got an amazing view. And really, because we're on the 5th floor, this view doesn't jeopardize the sound quality of the apartment at all. It's still really quiet in here, and I think you'd get a good night's sleep if this was your room, even though it faces the street. Let's head down the hall and check out the second bedroom. We're gonna walk through the kitchen and see how it is. Bum-ba-da-dum. Oh, this is a good time to point it out. This is where the washer and the dryer are. They're tucked away, they're not in the kitchen, but they are next to this bedroom, which we're about to go into and see. It's a nice room, but it's a little bit on the smaller side. I kind of have conflicting feelings about this room. On the one hand, it's really nice. It's got a closet, it's got exposed brick. It doesn't have the greatest view, but it is sunny. But on the other side, it's just a little bit small. I think that the best bed you're gonna get in here is gonna be a twin. I think that if you were to put a full in here, getting in and out of the room might be really difficult. So this room is a little bit on the smaller side, but in spite of that, the closet space is really good. It's got 2 sections. It's got a higher section where you can store things and hang things. And again, just like the other one, it's got this lower section as well. And it's convenient, it's got sliding doors, and there's a small area right here next to where the closet is where you could put possibly a nightstand or a small dresser as well. This right here is actually the heater for the apartment, and you can tell that they wanted to maximize as much space in here as they could, and they've done a pretty decent job doing that. If this heater had been larger or longer, there would be even less room in here for a bed. So I think that this was a smart choice given the size of the room that we're working with here. And I think that this room really just hammers home the point that whoever rents this isn't gonna care so much for how much space they're getting, but is really someone that wants a nice place in a nice location. And this is a nice place with nice high-end finishes. There's beautiful exposed brick, which hasn't been painted over. It's got the washer dryer, which is convenient. It's got the dishwasher, and it does have the roof terrace. All right, let's take a look at the bathroom. Again, they're still doing some renovation work here. Okay, good, the lights work. It is a really sunny bathroom, and it's got plenty of mirrors, so you'll always be able to see what you look like in a room like this. And what's nice is there is a window here. Now, One thing that I want to point out is just like some of the other parts of this apartment, this is another room where they really wanted to maximize space, and because of that, there's a standing shower and there's not a bathtub, but that comes with the territory because maximizing space and making sure everything's usable is what the goal was here when this one was being renovated. And even though it's on the smaller side, I think that given the constraints that were being worked with here, I think this is a good bathroom. But you know something, that building is so close to Central Park. I mean, it's on Central Park West practically. It's so hard to find anything that gives you what that apartment gives you, even though it doesn't have exactly what you might be expecting from a 2-bedroom apartment in Manhattan, but it's super nice and this location is fantastic. So if you had fun and you want to see some more apartments, this playlist right here has all the apartment tours on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.